For this first game, I really wanted to showcase all the advantages of how this deck plays going first. I get Charming and, bro, it doesn't matter. I get Imperm, and it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. But it is a good game because I don't just auto-win going first. Because it's the mirror match, so I'm doing some spoilers here. I think I misplayed here. I accidentally did the wrong chain links. The ideal one is you go chain link 1, chain link 1 Q, chain link 2 rotary, and then chain link 3 track maker. Yeah, it's susceptible to Ash Blossom, your track maker, but you're fine, bro. You're gonna look at their hand and stack their deck. So you're gonna know their full hand by the time it comes to their turn. So I do mess it up, and I think it kind of bites me in the ass because I could have given them another bell. Because I saw their hand. Oh yeah, their hand had Super Poly, KT, Rico, and I forgot some other card. And they drew Mixed Return. So because I saw that they had Super Poly, I still haven't found what the best answer for Super Poly is in this deck. I obviously end on only one Synchro, but I don't know if I should be ending on Remix or Zaylin. But I tried out Zaylin in this match. I don't know. I gotta play this because I haven't actually labbed out by myself playing the deck. I've just been going with the flow, learning on the run. And we'll see how it goes. But he makes this. I think it was a really good play on his part because I do try and imprint the Rico. And he gets rid of 2 of my cards with 2 of his cards. But he gets some good value. And I think this is one of the very interesting things about the deck. Right here in the mirror match. This one and back-to-back are the real problems because they mess up your levels, right? And so because they're messing up your levels, you can't really do the things that you usually do. However, what's really cool about this is that you actually get easier access to some monsters that require you to synchro summon once already. For example, you'll see here, in order for me to stay alive, I know I gotta put down a big body, bro. So my thing is I need to go to Loudness War and I need him to negate something first. And so I save my Kewl Tune Synchro, right, for when the RS comes because, dude, this is an RS magnet, right? He wants to negate this because he knows I have Clip. So then I go Clip, here, make Loudness War, and I think he forgot that I could make that. And so then I just start doing this nonsense. I stack his deck, put the draw on top. Doesn't really matter because I think he gets everything else, so yeah, it's whatever. But then I go Loudness War, I return the RS, non-target, and then I'm in the game, bro. Because he has to go through convoluted ways to out this thing, right? And he makes back-to-back, gets this, doesn't matter. I'm staying alive, bro. And this is where I've said that I feel like the biggest difference in skill is going to be this format if you're a Kewl Tune player. It's the way you build your deck. Some people are not playing Typhon, bro. I make the Typhon here, back-to-back can't respond. And then boom, we're on top deck. And this is the real test, right? If you built your deck correctly, he should have had a tuner, but he doesn't. He draws draw. I draw a tuner, but I got no JJ. So I'm screwed. But here we go, bro. He still needs more monsters. He needs any tuner, and I think he wins. But again, he doesn't draw one. He just doesn't draw the tuners. I also don't draw one, but I'm drawing responses to his monsters, right? And in a simplified game state like this with Typhon up, time's ticking and he needs to respond. So I think if you can get Kewl Tune to a position like this, and you're not playing Kewl Tune, that's going to be a little bit rough because, again, yes, both of ours are not bad, but look, he's drawn 3 cards already. Also, I'm about to draw my card, right? See what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone's going to play Max C, but he drew other 2 draws. I also took a look at his deck afterwards, and I was like, I wonder why he wasn't drawing stuff. And he had things like triple clip, other hand traps that were not tuners, and this is probably not a clip, but oh, he also had Charmies in there. He can't tribute them. So he has these things. He has the JJ, but how is he going to summon? If he summons a Charmy, it's not going to do anything. I've already established my Typhon, so I don't need to summon anymore. This could also, the only thing I do here is I just normal summon, and to play around a Gamma potential, I just don't activate the effect. I just activate. But yes, I think my opponent probably could have played better. I also could have played better. I think there's a better way to play around Super Poly there. But I think the best thing to take away from this game specifically is that Kewl Tune suffers a lot from Super Poly. You saw there, I had to change my board completely, and I had to go through different lines so that I didn't instantly lose to Super Poly. And yes, although you can modulate the levels, they have a lot of answers to a lot of tricky situations. So the availability of such a toolbox extra deck, I think, is one of the biggest strengths. And then also, right now, as you saw, my top decks were progressively getting better, right? I was getting I had a tuner, Droll sucked, but I also had an imperm. And then boom, I finally got the KT, right? And he just was not drawing that, even though he still had the field spell. So he was in a better overall position than me. But because he did not build his deck correctly, he lost that game. I genuinely believe that. Also, I feel like Kewl Tune really thrives under a simplified game state. Because again, imagine one of his hand traps, the Max C, was actually able to stop my Rico. Well, it doesn't matter, dude. I could sync her off again. And then I could pop the JJ in there. And I think that is what makes Kewl Tune so good. And you're going to see in the other games that it's just because it can do so many things and it has so many answers for almost virtually every scenario. That is what makes the deck good. Not just the rotary thing, but there's no bricks. You're gonna see the list later. It's absurd what it can do in every single situation. All right, so I'm showing this game here because I am going second, and I think this is what's another positive thing that has going for it, but it's also like a double-edged sword. Bro, look at my hand. Yes, I have 4 hand traps, right? But 2 of them are Ash Blossom. Well, actually, it ends up helping me out that I have 2. But honestly, this hand sucks. And the reason why is because, dude, you get rid of this rotary, bro. I lost, dude. I instantly lose, bro. You 1 Book of Moon, I'm done for, bro. This hand is horrendous, which is the reason why Kewl Tune does suck going second. But the problem, but the thing is that it plays so many hand traps, bro. Bro, I'm just gonna throw everything at them, dude. I'm throwing everything at them, and I'm praying, bro. I'm praying that these hand traps stick, right? That they resolve and they actually hurt. Fortunate for me in this game, I'm playing against some rogue deck. So you're gonna see. I'm ashing the first thing here. I ogre this, so it's gone. Pass. Like that's how this deck wins going second. It's the only way it wins going second. And then my top deck is insane. I draw Q, but he draws Max C, and I'm just good at the game, so I have a second Ash Blossom, right? That's why I'm like, dude, at this point, if he doesn't have some sort of way to negate and destroy the rotary when I activate it, the game is done for, bro. It's done for. And look, and he knows, because rotary reveal anything, bro. You have 0 hand traps, you just lost. And it's the only way that you can win. It's the only way that this deck actually wins going second. Alright, so going second, hand's not the best. But again, still another good game. I will say though, full disclaimer, I don't think my opponent played the best. I think he definitely did some misplays. So did I though. So no shade being thrown there, but I don't know. I was this close, bro. I was this close to freaking just scooping it up before the game even finished. But I decided to stick to it because I wanted to push the deck as far as possible going second. And one of the things that I'm noticing about the deck is that if you don't open that many hand traps and you do open engine, if you can somehow make it so that your bodies stay on the board, you could potentially push through. And so here he has the full thing, right? So, bro, I get an insane top deck. And I think this is the only top deck that actually saves me here because I need Q to resolve, bro. I need Q to resolve and I need the bodies on board. He has the quick play here, and I need the quick play to be forced out in some manner. And so I do this. I go Super Poly, get those guys right. Now my Q can resolve. It's not going to get negated. And then here I'm spamming, bro, on triggers. And I go Mud Dragon, Call Light. And I need him to press a button, dude. If he does not press this button here, I think I just lose the game. But he presses the button. So I got him. Because I don't really care about the werewolf. He banishes my Ash. I totally forget about it though, and I misplay because of that. And I get my effects. Here we're off to the start. The reason why I go into Rotary right away is because I want Trackmaker to get everything else for me. I think I stack his deck a little bit. He still has the Canines, which are really annoying. But this Book of Moon doesn't do anything because JJ tributes, and you can just tribute it face down, right? So I still get my value there. But here, I think, I don't know. Maybe you guys find something else I could have done. I feel like I should maybe... I think I shotgun my remix. Yeah. I think that's where my misplay was. I was like, wait, why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. And so I just wasted my remix. And then forced out my RS too. Oh god, so it's so cringe watching it play back there. I make a Zalen, but I don't know, it didn't do anything. I don't know why he crashed in, so that was kind of strange. But I think maybe he wanted to pop my field spell, but it's not set, so he couldn't. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think I won this game off of my own merit. I think I won this game because I just played a little bit better than my opponent. So this is still probably not the best replay, but I think it's a decent replay just to see, oh, this is what Kewl Tune can do when its resources are limited and it's going second. Because I don't know if you guys noticed it there, but I'm actually out of Qs, bro. Because I discarded one for Super Poly and I didn't keep that in. I didn't take that into account, and so I'm actually out of Qs. And the only Kewl Tunes I have in deck are Ricos. I only have 2 mix. The other mix is already in here. So I actually can't even synchro. And so what I end up doing, I'm like, well then I just make a Loudness War. And not gonna lie, Loudness War wins me the game because it keeps me alive. Caesar can't beat over it because I keep looking at his hand and I keep stacking his deck. So he never gets the attributes, bro. He never gets the attributes. I take him off of a level 5 so he doesn't make jacks. And I think he just stays there. And look, I go my KTS, but I have nothing, bro. I have literally, when I searched for KTS, my deck came up, right? And I could only search Rotary or Rico, and then that's when I knew. I was like, uh-oh, all my Qs are gone. So I need to somehow stay alive here. So this Loudness War, I'm just waiting for him to activate effects. I do nothing, and then he does this. I chain the Loudness War, and I get rid of this field spell so that he doesn't, what's it called, so he doesn't get a search. Again, I'm just keeping him off his attributes. And I think he does this to just keep getting more attributes in hand. Or I don't really know why he did the IP. Who knows? I don't really know. But then again, I feel like my opponent was misplaying, but hey, it is what it is. You gotta get the dub somehow. So Loudness War, bro, it's a good card. And it's hard to play around, right? Because it just gains so much value. And let me see, what do I end up doing here? Pop the Rico. I popped a field spell. Goes Caesar beats over my Rico, and then I think I draw another. I think I needed a spell, right? So I get Synchro Overtake. I get rid of his Caesar. Oh no, I stack his deck again, and I get the clip, and I make Crackle. And Crackle has a hidden effect that people don't know, and it's the first banish that he does, he gains the attack. And again, that's why I feel like this deck is so good. Because people forget about these things. I forgot about it until I was like, wait, I forgot. Crackle can beat over Caesar. So the moment I beat over Caesar, I win the game, right? Because he can't get it back because he has both rocks in the graveyard. So I know there's no way he plays 3. Another thing is that I had already looked at his extra deck, so I knew that as well. The thing here is that, again, both of us are in a tricky situation where we're just playing games of attrition, and yet Kewl Tune is coming up on top because it has answers to everything, bro. You got a big guy you gotta get over, bro. Crackle. Everyone plays big monsters in their extra deck. And this Loudness War, bro, I still got a couple banishes, bro. I got a pop, I got a bounce. I have a DD Crow. What else do I got? I can stack your deck one more time. The versatility is insane. He does get it back, so that's whatever. Again, I think he just wants this game to be over because he knew that there was nothing, right? So let's go beat over one more time. He just wants this game to be done. It's end phase. I go in and attack with the IP, right? I set one and boom, attack. The game's over. And I went second. You got put in misplay, but I think my deck choice had some merit there with the Super Poly. And no, actually, never mind. It was just a Super Poly. But I think that was a good duel. Scuffed, but nonetheless, I think there was some things to learn from there.